Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I have some things written down this morning. First of all, I love when I have a late start at work because I'm really able to be in like my bag and like really take my time with things. So I feel great, you guys. Like this morning I had a 1 hour workout. I meditated for like 20 minutes. And although my meditation, I did feel myself kind of going in and out of thought and, focus and concentration, I kept trying to bring myself back. So, guys, wow, I feel so good. Like, I was not feeling good, like, for days. I was still committed to my formula. I was still working out. I was still meditating. I was still doing everything. I did not let my situation take over what I normally do. But however, the situations were still causing exhaustion in me. And I wasn't thinking clearly. I wasn't thinking as positively as I would like to. I was overthinking. I was overanalyzing. I was nitpicking. All the negative things that just block, your greatness. And all in all, I wasn't feeling good, even though I was doing my thing. But I wrote some things down because I realized yesterday, I said, you know what? I'm exhausted. Like, the problems that I'm encountering, the situations that I'm dealing with are exhausting me. And I have to take control. So I have a few things written down for you guys because this is what I did to combat exhaustion. So I feel like $1,000,000, guys, today. I feel like $1,000,000. And I really wish that I could feel like this every day. But unfortunately, that's not life. But if I do what I did now to combat exhaustion, then I could just rinse and repeat, repeat this process, do it again. So first, step one, and I want y'all to write this down, right? Get a paper, get a pen, because you need to write this down so that way, whenever you feel exhausted, you come back to this video and, or you come back to your notes. So number one, I realized I was exhausted. I'm not one to overthink. I'm not one to be super emotional. I'm not one to, cry every moment that I get. I'm not one to lean on other people really for, comfort. I'm really good at comforting myself. I'm really good at keeping myself on task. And when I found myself just like melting into a puddle of nothingness, I'm like, what's up, Jen? Yo, what's up with you? This isn't you. What's happening? Then I realized, I was at work and somebody said, you're not like yourself. Like, I said, you know what? I don't feel good. And as soon as we're done with these patients, I gotta go because I gotta go home. I gotta go back into my zone. It just so happened to be raining so much yesterday, and I said, I feel like the rain. And you know what? I need to be watered. I need to water myself. So number one, I realized I was exhausted. I realized I need to do something. So what did I do? Number one is recognize exhaustion, right? Okay, so number two, I blocked out the noise. And that's another thing I realized I was doing a lot. Like, I'm recording a lot of content, I'm doing a lot of things. And at the same time, though, I was confusing, looking for, for songs and stuff for my reels and things. And I was confusing that and engulfing myself into social media. Like, you have to utilize social media for what you need to utilize it for, but that doesn't mean that you need to, ingest all of the negativity that comes with it. Although I have adjusted my feed, I've unfollowed a lot of people that aren't really like, I'm not really learning anything from you. I only have, for the most part, positive people and things that I like to look at. But either way, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's taking away from my time. Because I should have been finished the book that I was reading. I should have been finished that. And I'm struggling to get through. So I realized, I said, you know what? Social media is utilizing me right now. Like, I was doing so good for months on utilizing social media. But at this point, it was utilizing me. So cut out the noise. Block out the noise. So I said, okay, enough. I will post what I need to post, but I'm not scrolling and doing all this nonsense. Like, I'm not doing that. All right, block out the noise. I told everybody around me, because you need to communicate. Like, when you're in this pouring into yourself season, you need to be able to communicate with the people around you so that people don't get confused. Because the problem is that people see that you're, honing in, you're not talking, you're not doing anything, and people get confused by it. And it's like, I don't want you to feel like it's you. I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you. I don't want you to feel like it's not you. I just need my time. I just need me. So my phone was on silent all day. I take walks. You go outside. Don't take your phone with you. Just listen, walk, listen to the birds chirping, depending on the time. Listen to the cars rolling in. Just focus and be present. Like, during these last few days, a friend of mine was saying, like, be present. And I'm like, I am present. Like, I don't know. But no, I was not present because I was like in here, guys. I was in here. Like, just because you're, not physically doing anything and you think you're being present, you're not if you're in your mind. Being in your mind, a lot of us are in our minds all the time, and that's not being present. Focusing on, take a shower, take a salt scrub, buy a salt scrub, go in the shower, put some nice music, let the steam roll, and like literally just look at the salt, just the way it rubs on your body, the way it rubs on your arms, see how that feels. Close your eyes, just feel the water like running on you. Like, that's what I did. That's something you can do. If that's not for you, find something else, but find the things that will put you back on track. And that for me is one of them. Another thing, aromatherapies. Wow. If you're not an aromatherapy person, I don't know what you're waiting for. Buy yourself a nice diffuser. They're really cheap. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and there's some higher end ones as well, but we don't need to do all that. Buy yourself some, go on Amazon, plug that bad boy in, put some water, look at little concoctions that you can make on Google, for the type of feeling you're looking to experience. So a lot of people may feel like, oh, that's BS, but honestly, nah, try it. I put some pick-me-up scents, lemon, grapefruit, orange, all these concoctions, or just go crazy, go crazy. And wow, I just put my environment to feel the way I needed to feel. That's important. So that's number 2, block out the noise. Number 1, recognize exhaustion. Number 2, block out the noise, right? Another way to block out the noise, number 3, rejuvenate, right? So once you've cleansed everything and you feel good and you're back in your zone a little bit, you gotta like rejuvenate. So I rejuvenate by listening to a podcast, going on YouTube and listening to, things that make me feel good. I like to learn a lot. I like intellectual conversations. I love intellectual conversations. So I sit here and I listen to people in podcasts and they're talking and I'm writing notes and I feel like I'm in the room with them, guys. Like, I feel like I'm there. It's not that they're having a conversation. I'm sitting with them like this and I'm taking notes and I'm like, bars. Like, wow, like that is so, so, so true. Those are my friends. Actually, now that I say that, I realized I need to create some more balance in my life. Like, I don't really have friends. I have a lot of acquaintances and stuff like that, but friends that I can be totally open with and pour my heart and knowing that they're not gonna, go to other people and say what I say or bring, I have one or two, literally one or two. So I realized, I'm like, okay, not that I'm looking for more of those type of friends, but I realized I need to work more on my social life. Like, it's important to have balance. Like, before I didn't think I needed it, but it's important to avoid exhaustion, to be able to turn it off and turn back on, or have balance. So rejuvenate. Also read a self-help book, things that just give you ideas. You don't have all the answers, and if you have a strong prayer life, you will get your answers from God. but it's also nice to use the tools that he has put in other people that put in books, you know. So now, number 4, when you're ready, come back. Take little chunks, you know, don't come back full force. Rah, I'm back. That's good, but you don't want to burn out quick, right? So take little chunks. All right, today I'm going to write everything down. Today I'm going to do this. I'm going to accomplish this. What are my top 3 goals? So I have this book, this journal. It's called the Full Focus Planner. It's a little expensive. You don't have to buy something like this, but I like it. It tells me, you know, the day. I write my 3 biggest things, little tasks. I still got to work on it, but for today. But it's for the quarter. So we like to split our year in quarters, and the year has 4 quarters, right? So January, February, March is 1 quarter. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So each planner is for 1 quarter, and it just helps me keep myself on track. Most importantly, I love that every day there's a new little quote. So it says, dreams don't work unless you do. And I meditate on these quotes frequently. So small accomplishments, so you don't feel like, you know, I want to take all of these things on, and then there's not enough hours in the day. Then you're constantly doing this every day. Next thing you know, you're exhausted and you're burning out and you're done once again. All right, choose to communicate clearly, calmly, and truthfully. That for me is like, in this season, for me, it is gold, because I am no longer holding anything back. You know, life is too short. Life is too short. People, you don't know if you're gonna have people the next day. You know, so I'm not afraid, or I'm working on not being afraid of what somebody may think of me. Like, I'm telling you my truth, and you take it how you receive it, and it is what it is. If you want clarity on what I have said, we can discuss it, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you. If it's a negative thing, then I'm just gonna tell you again, clearly, calmly, and truthfully. And I'm gonna be cautious about not making you feel bad about it, but I'm also not gonna hide what I feel. You know, can't do that, guys. We hide what we feel because we don't want to make people feel bad, but there's a way to tell somebody something without making them feel bad, and that's super important. You know, I'm living in my truth. I'm leading with love, and if I love you, I'm gonna show you all the love in the world. I don't care if you don't give it back. Like, I'm just giving it. You don't want to give it back? You give that love to whoever you want to give it to, you know? But if I feel it for you, I'm giving it to you. All right? And release expectations on the results. You know, if you are giving that love, most of us want to receive that love right back from the person we gave it to. But it don't always work like that. And then so when we don't get those results back, we feel less than, we feel sad. And it's not like that. You know, if you feel love for somebody, you give them that love and don't expect it back. You know, there's a fine line between doing things, you know, I treat you how you treat me. There's a fine line, but love, I mean, true love, like you genuinely love the person for who they are. You don't ever want to lose that person because that person adds value to your life, and not in a narcissistic or manipulative way. It's like genuinely they add to your life, and you don't want to lose that person. You know, release the expectations. You show them the love you want to show them, and, you know, just live life. Lead with love. You know, lead with love. But first, I gotta love myself, then I could love you. So, guys, that's how I combat exhaustion. I mean, I wrote it down because I'm gonna go back to these things. Hopefully not anytime soon. I plan to continue. I've actually planned to add this to my formula. I have a video on my formula, and I'm pretty sure I'll discuss it plenty of times more. But I plan to add this because honestly, I was like at a 30% yesterday. Like, I was really down, and I was doing my 24-hour fast yesterday. So it was just a weird, gloomy day for me. But today's a new day. It's still gloomy outside, but I'm not. Guys, so listen, if this added any value to your day, please share with somebody who this can help. Like this video, Subscribe to my channel because I just started this bad boy and this is a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, but I was so afraid of what people would think. And honestly, this is on my heart. So I gotta do what's on my heart, guys. And I would really appreciate if you comment so we could discuss, or you know, give me some feedback, because it's nice. People always tell me like, hey, I love what you said, I see you every day. And it's like, but you didn't express that you saw, you know. I don't know, a lot of the times I'm talking to myself because I don't get the engagement back, but I'm not letting that stop me from sharing what's on my heart. But either way, it's nice to receive back and know that I'm impacting you. You know, it's nice to know that. Or it's nice that I impacted somebody that you shared the video with. So please, guys, subscribe, share the videos, and listen, I'm building a community. Let's build this community. Let's affirm each other, because we need this, especially during this time of the so-called recession. So let's come together. I affirm. All right, love ya.